Inline function and macro differences. What are the differences between two? See, both are almost same, but the working is different. See, inline is, let me tell you the difference one by one. Inline, these are the function provided by C++, by the language. And macros, in any function, once you write inline in the front, it will be inline. Macros are preprocessor directives. Before even the processing will commence, macro are preprocessor directives, right? Before the execution, before anything can happen, the pre-processing activity macros will be handled. Okay. Now let me give you an example. So normal function, what will happen? Whenever we call it, the control will go to the function, actual control, and the result will be sent back to your main function. So when I make it as inline, what will happen? This whole code, that line, the instructions will be embedded, will be inserted here, substituted here. Okay. Now in macro, same things happen. The line, whatever you have written, declared as macro, that line will be embedded or substituted. Let us see here. We have a hash defined. This is just a variable, but the second line is hash defined cube x into x into x. So these hash defined is saying these are preprocessor directives. So whenever you call it, if you just give cube 2, so it will be converted to 2 into 2 into 2. So whenever you say cube value, here 2 into 2 into 2, x into x into x will be replaced. That is same work, you know. So inline keyword is used to declare the function as inline, and for macro we use hash define. So hash define for macro, inline for the inline keyword for inline function. Inline function can be defined inside or outside the class, but macro cannot be declared inside the class because this is a preprocessor directive. You never say hash defined inside your class. So before even anything can happen, this is a preprocessor directive. Inline functions are parsed by compiler, but macros are expanded by the C++ preprocessor. So before compiler, there is a preprocessor. C++ preprocessor will work on macro, and the compiler will work on inline function. Inline function is just a normal function. It can access the data member of the class. For example, you have a function, you have some, say, print. So any code you can take. This is I'm giving us of C. So you say hi. This will work as a normal function. You make it as inline. So whenever you call this function, this print hi will be embedded here. It's just a normal function that can access the data members of the class. The macros, they cannot access the data member of the class. They cannot access. Inline function, compiler replaces the function call with the function code, as I was suggesting. So C processor, say C or C++ preprocessor, replaces every occurrence of macro template with the corresponding definition. Okay. And inline function, they follow strict parameter type checking, but macros does not follow strict this parameter type checking. Okay. Inline functions may or may not be expanded by the compiler because it is a request. Inline is a request. It is not a command. So the compiler can accept the request. It can deny also. But macros will always be expanded because it is preprocessor. It will always be done. Inline can be used for debugging a program. Macro cannot be used for debugging as they are expanded at pre-compile time. Okay. The function will be written like this. I already told you. You just have to precede it with inline keyword. Here you have to do hash define sum a b, and then a plus b is the instruction which is to be executed whenever sum a comma b will be called. There is one more thing. See, plus plus I prefix and all these kind of operators. you have to use inline, not macro.